James Harden, a name synonymous with modern basketball. NBA MVP, 10-time All-Star, 2-time assists leader, and 3-time scoring champion. At his peak, many considered him the greatest scorer of all time, so you can already imagine how incredible James Harden's prime was. In reality, James was never supposed to play in the NBA. In fact, it's a miracle he's even alive. His mother suffered multiple miscarriages, and after James was finally born, she nicknamed him Lucky Harden because he was truly fortunate. James Harden grew up in Compton during the drug wars of the 1990s. To escape the gang violence, James turned to basketball. However, having a respiratory condition like asthma often made him the slowest and least conditioned player on the court. Because of his incredible story, today we'll dive into the life and career of this player and explore why his journey is about much more than awards and stats. As you heard at the beginning of this video, Harden grew up in Compton, California, during the infamous drug wars of the 1990s. The streets were filled with gang violence, and to escape that environment, James found refuge in basketball. But even then, he faced significant challenges. He had asthma, and with an unhealthy diet full of fast food, he was slow and unathletic. Anyone could have thought the NBA was beyond his reach. Despite his physical challenges and growing up in a tough environment, Harden had something others didn't: an insatiable passion for basketball. He loved the game and dedicated himself to perfecting his ball handling and shooting. For him, it wasn't just about winning, it was about survival and rising above his circumstances. Over time, his perseverance paid off. Harden grew to be 6 feet 6 inches tall, an ideal height for a shooting guard in the NBA. His game blossomed during his senior year of high school, and he became a McDonald's All-American, an honor reserved for the top high school basketball stars. Later, at Arizona State, he solidified himself as an exceptional talent. In his sophomore year, he averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. He was named Conference Player of the Year and a first-team All-American. However, when he entered the 2009 NBA Draft, doubts about his potential still lingered. Many scouts thought he was chubby and that his athletic ability was limited. Harden, however, surprised everyone at the NBA Draft Combine, where he showcased remarkable agility and explosiveness. OKC selected him with the 3rd overall pick, joining a young and talented team alongside Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka. This is where his legend began to take shape. Unlike most top draft picks, Harden didn't have to wait long to experience success. OKC won 50 games during his rookie season, and in his second year, the Thunder reached the conference finals, an unprecedented achievement for such a young team. During his 3rd season, Harden became a problem for the entire NBA. Coming off the bench, he averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, dominating his way to winning the 6th Man of the Year award. It was at this time that comparisons to Manu Ginobili began to surface, another left-handed creative and explosive shooting guard who also thrived as a 6th man. But fame came at a cost. In the 2012 NBA Finals, the Thunder faced LeBron James's Miami Heat. On the biggest stage, Harden disappeared. His shots wouldn't fall, and his defense was ineffective. The media labeled him a failure in clutch moments. However, that view was overly simplistic. Harden was still very young and playing on a team with 2 ball-dominant stars. Additionally, coach Scott Brooks struggled to fully integrate KD, Westbrook, and Harden into an efficient offensive system. After that season, everyone believed OKC was destined to become a dynasty. But the team owner didn't want to pay the luxury tax, leading them to offer Harden a lower contract extension. They proposed $55 million instead of the $60 million Harden was asking for. Just $5 million separated Harden from staying with the team. As a result, general manager Sam Presti was forced to trade him, sending him to the Houston Rockets in what became one of the most controversial financial decisions in NBA history. Many doubted Harden's ability to lead a team, thinking he was only suited to being a sixth man. But it only took one game to silence everyone. In his debut with the Rockets, the Beard scored 37 points, dished out 12 assists, grabbed 6 rebounds, and recorded 4 steals in a 105-96 victory against the Pistons. 2 days later, he dropped 45 points against the Hawks. Those 82 points in his first 2 games with Houston were more than any player had ever scored in their first 2 games with a new team in NBA history. From there, Harden became an immediate all-star, averaging 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. However, the journey wasn't always smooth. In 2014, Houston added Dwight Howard, a superstar who, in theory, should have complemented Harden. But their playing styles didn't mesh. Harden wanted to push the pace and score in transition, while Dwight felt he deserved more touches in the post. Although the pick and roll was effective, the relationship between the two stars eventually became dysfunctional. During this time, Harden continued refining his game. His Euro step became slow and methodical, turning into one of the most effective moves in the NBA. His ability to draw fouls also became a revolutionary aspect of his style, sparking debate about whether he was a genius or simply playing dirty. But before we continue with this epic story, let's talk about HelloFresh. After the 2016 season, the Rockets made a bold move by hiring Mike D'Antoni as their new head coach. D'Antoni had a very clear philosophy: three-pointers are everything. With the support of the analytics team and general manager Daryl Morey, the Rockets started shooting more threes than any other team in league history. Harden thrived in this fast-paced offense. D'Antoni turned him into the primary playmaker and built the system entirely around him. Harden's stats exploded. He recorded 50-point triple-doubles and achieved 22 triple-doubles during the regular season, becoming the first player in NBA history to finish a season with at least 2,000 points, 900 assists, and 600 rebounds. In 2018, Harden won his first scoring title and led the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals against the formidable Golden State Warriors. With a 3-2 lead in the series, an injury to Chris Paul shifted the momentum. In Game 7, the Rockets missed a record 27 consecutive three-pointers and lost the series. It was a devastating blow, but also a testament to Harden's impact in revolutionizing the game of basketball. But Harden didn't stop there. During the 2019 season, he scored 30 or more points in 32 consecutive games. His isolation plays and step-back three-pointer redefined how defenses guarded him. Over 60% of his shots were three-pointers, and his ability to shoot from anywhere on the court made him unstoppable. Harden's isolation plays weren't selfish. His assist numbers proved it. When he spotted a defensive lapse, Harden quickly passed the ball to his teammates, whether it was a big man like Clint Capella or corner shooters like PJ Tucker. And while Harden never won a championship, his legacy is undeniable. His style of play redefined modern basketball. He forced defenses to adapt and officials to rethink how fouls were called. Though his approach sparked controversy and wasn't beloved by all fans, few players in NBA history have had such a profound impact on the game. James Harden, a basketball genius, a revolutionary, and undoubtedly one of the greatest scorers the sport has ever seen. Now that you've watched the video, what do you think about his career? What's your favorite moment from his NBA journey? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe.